Ha! That was very red. G'day guys, Big Rob coming back at you on the Landslug 2004 Kawasaki Vulcan Nomad, 1500 cc's of, I should probably get some fuel. Yeah. Oh man. Dropped my garage door opener. Well, that was bound to fall off eventually. I'll have to figure out something a bit better for that then. I was just hanging here off a zip tie. I'm actually really glad that happened during the like here in the car park and not out on the bloody freeway, because it would have been gone. Bill. All right. Fuel time. Fuel time. Awesome, thank you. Okie dokie, fuel has been acquired. And I don't know about this guy. Why are you sitting there at the red? Fucking, oh, the green. It's green. Huh. So before I had a guy go through a red light, and then I had a guy sitting there on the green light, just, I'm guessing on his phone. Gotta check me TikToks. Okay, so where are we going today? We are going to the lovely little town of Devon Meadows, which is it's about a half-hour drive from where I live, because we're going to see my old mate Rosie the shark, who just hangs out in the car park. Okay, so what's the story with Rosie the shark? Rosie is, I think she's about 5 meters. When we get there, we'll figure out those little bits of details. But basically, in, I believe it was 1997, Rosie the shark, the great white shark, was caught in a tuna fishing net. Now the fishermen said that they had to humanely euthanize her. Now I don't know how you do that to a great white shark. I don't know the ins and outs of it. It's really, I'm not too sure. So she was humanely euthanized, and then she was sold off to a like medical center and wildlife sanctuary. So they could use her as display and for educational purposes, but she was then confiscated by the government because there was a missing person at the time, and they've gone, you know what, there's a good possibility this shark's bloody eating it, because that's what sharks do, they eat people. Not necessarily, that's the wrong thing to say. Sharks eat meat, and sometimes when we go into their domain, we are not the top of the food chain. No way known. So an autopsy was done on her, and they found that she was not the shark that ate someone, if they did or not. I don't know the full story of that. But she was then taxidermied with all of her insides still in place, which is, I believe, not the normal way to do things, but it's a rare thing. So she was taxidermied and put in a tank of formaldehyde. Rosie ended up spending time in this wildlife sanctuary, and she was put on display, well loved and cared for, and it was really great. I never got to go see her in all her glory. So unfortunately that wildlife sanctuary had to close its doors, foreclosed, it went broke. The animals were handed off to the RSPCA and rehomed and into other wildlife sanctuaries, and Rosie, well, Rosie wasn't alive. No one cared for her. So Rosie sat in a tank of formaldehyde in a shed in the dark for years. For years Rosie sat in that dark abandoned shed until someone went exploring through there. You know, you get those cool YouTube channels. I watch them, I like them. The ones where they go through abandoned places and explore, and they go to the cool places that I want to go but I never go. And one of them was this old abandoned wildlife sanctuary. And in it, I guess they broke into the shed, or it wasn't too well secured, and they've gone, well, bloody well, bugger me, there's a big fuck off shark in here. You know, and Rosie was sitting there quite happily just like that, because she's in formaldehyde. That you know, I don't know the whole science of it, but it preserves her. She could have stayed there forever like that. But word got out because of this YouTube channel, and then everyone else is going on, I want to go look at this shark. And so a lot of cool people went in, they made documentaries on it, and a few old little YouTube documentaries, and we learned a bit of the history about it. But then you're also just going to get shitheads, and these absolute grots went in and they've gone, well, this would be funny, let's smash up this tank that the shark's in. And they did. They managed to smash a couple of the outer skins of the double layer panels, and they ripped the top of the tank off, which led to the formaldehyde to slowly start to evaporate, so it got lower and lower. And then they started vandalizing it and throwing stuff in there, like TVs, chairs, all this sort of stuff. And poor Rosie was getting really damaged. So a decision was made by the owners of the land that Rosie's got to go. Rosie's got to get out, got to be destroyed. Can't keep having people in here, because someone's going to fall into a tank of formaldehyde. They're going to kill themselves. And I say that's, you know, hey, that's really cool. I like those cactus. Yeah, I say that's the Darwinian theory. If you're dumb enough to jump in a tank of formaldehyde with a taxidermy shark, well then you've got it coming to yourself. So the owners of Crystal World, which is a great little shop up here that has more crystals than I've ever seen in my life, they took Rosie on, and they've given us a bit of security. Hey, horsey! Yeah, they've given us some security, but she is sitting in the car park. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I couldn't believe that, it's just sitting there. And they've got a GoFundMe to try and restore her, and they have had professionals come in to do some damage repair, but it's not enough. It's still not enough. So they are trying to do a GoFundMe to raise some money for it. I'll put a link to all that down there in the description. You don't have to donate. By all means, most of the people watching this are on the other side of the world, and yeah, I don't expect anyone to donate, especially in the times here of COVID. But if they can raise any sort of money for it, that'd be great. And here's your boy Big Rob's favourite, dirt bloody roads. Man, not a fan. Oop, that was the one. There she is. Here we go. Look at this. Just out here in the middle of the car park is a shark. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So you can see this is where the panels where it got smashed, but yeah, it's a big bastard shark.
Rosie the shark. Here she is, a beautiful, magnificent thing, man. I would hate to come across this thing out in the wild. It's just absolutely insane. But yeah, the fact that she's just left out here, and you know, you can see it slowly starting to evaporate more, and it'd be really great if they could do more about it. But it's really cool that we can just come here and see her in a car park. I mean, also go visit the shop because of really good people with what they're doing. But yeah, that smile, man, that's crazy. All right, I'm going to take a few photos and get back on the bike.
All right, bye, Rosie. Oh man, I hate turning around slowly on gravel. Yeah, so that was Rosie the shark. I really hope that they can get a little bit more money to give her a better end to a career there on display. Like us Aussies have got a bit of a reputation of being a bit fearless when it comes to the old bastard sharks. I mean, you just got to look. We've got the likes of Paul de Gelder, who was a Navy clearance diver, attacked by a shark in Sydney whilst on active duty. Lost limbs but managed to return to active duty, and now he's the host of a TV show on Shark Week and a really great educator and advocate for sharks. You also look at the likes of I believe it's Mick Fanning, the Aussie pro surfer, whilst in the middle of a surfing competition, I believe in South Africa, he was attacked by a great white shark on camera, and the dude punched a shark in the face. He's like, nah, get fucked, bang, punched it. It buggered off because he thought better not deal with this bloke. He fights back, and that dude is courageous. He's an Aussie hero, but he even admits afterwards, like it took him a while for the whole shock of the incident. I believe it was days afterwards. He had fairly massive post-traumatic stress from it all. I mean, the dude was attacked by a shark, and I think he's a real hero, not just because well, both of them are real heroes for this, because not just for the fact that they survived these shark attacks, but also for the fact that afterwards they said yes, they have post-traumatic stress from it. Yes, there are other things, and there are now mental health issues that they've got from these shark attacks, but they've managed to deal with it and deal with it properly and be open and honest and let other people know about these things, so we can look at these really absolute tough Aussie blokes and go, yeah, it is okay to talk about mental health. It is okay to deal with these things. But having said that, if I was attacked by a shark, mate, Jesus bloody hell, I reckon I would have given up the ghost and just gone, nah, fuck it, I'm shark food now. But yeah, that was my little trip out to see Rosie the shark. But yeah, thanks for coming along for the ride with me. My name's Big Rob. I make motorcycle related content. If you made it this far, thanks for coming along. Like, subscribe. Alright, cool. This is Big Rob. I'm gonna ride the wind home and enjoy the sweet sounds and views of the countryside. And I can tell you, it smells like the country. It smells like hard work and cow shit. Alright, Big Rob out. Woo!